What's up, everybody? It's the PC Changer. So the other day I was weed whacking on my front yard, and I'm like, just normally weed whacking and everything, holding the trigger, swinging back and forth, trying to cut down through this thorns and tall grass, other woody stuff like that. And the weed whacker, I wasn't doing anything crazy, but all of a sudden the weed whacker just hits the woody thing just right, and this piece of wood, like this big, if you can see that big, goes, I'm hoping you know, like, goes up my nose, straight up my nose, and I'm like, oh, and I turned the weed whacker off for a second, and I'm like, oh, what was that? That hurt. Did I get hit in the, is there something in my nose? What the heck was that? Yes. Good night, Mark.
Is it recording?
Yes, it's recording. I'm trying to film. Okay, I'm back. So where was I? Yeah, so this freaking piece of wood goes up my nose, and then I'm like, feeling it, I'm like, oh, what the heck happened? Turn off the weed whacker, and then I just like reach up my nose, I'm like, oh, what the heck? Oh, and pull out this big piece of wood that shot up my nose, and it wasn't like sort of that really like fleshy kind of plant. It was like a piece of wood. I was like, oh, wow. And then I reach in my pocket to grab my iPod and take a picture of it, and then like trying to pull my iPod out with one hand with the weed whacker on me while holding this thing, and then all of a sudden my nose starts like, this is just like pouring snot, and then I lean forward, I'm like, whoa, and I had this thing, I'm not kidding, it was this long, that is not exaggerating, it was this long thing of snot just like hanging there, and then I'm like, oh, what, and then I'm like, okay, wow, and I didn't want to like touch it and get my hands disgusting, and so I'm like, and I'm looking, and then I see a leaf, and I reach for it, and then I realize, oh crap, that's poison ivy. Okay, let's see, what can yuck, oh, you don't let me touch my, oh my gosh, this is sick. And then I grab a piece of grass down there, like a biggish piece of grass, and I'm like, okay, and I hit it, trying to get it to come off, and it just goes like this, and just starts swinging like a pendulum, and it's like, what the, it won't come off, and then I'm able to like poke at it a bit, but it wouldn't come off, and so I just had to grab it and like pull it and like wipe my hand into the grass. That was pretty gross. What are the chances that I would be weed whacking and a piece of wood would fly off a branch and go up my nose, then it would come out while I'm trying to get a picture of it, this big thing of snot, like 6 inches long, 8 inches long or something, would just be hanging out of my nose, and then it was sick. How can I end this thing? The end. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Ow. I'm okay. New videos every Tuesday. Please subscribe.